we have a disk drive. We want. Thank you, sir.
It's number 2, right?
That's correct. Mhm. Still trying to get Banner and Sonata for the new year. Just gonna get all over the place.
I was supposed to go to a conference out in LA. Well, now it's on fire. So it's in it's not next week. It's the weekend after that. But they sent us an email yesterday that was like, we can't do it in LA, obviously. They were like, just hold your thoughts and we'll try to go somewhere else. And I'm like, I have a feeling we're gonna end up in like Detroit in January or something.
Right here.
It's for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
I just can't get that to.
No,
It's not gonna work.
nope.
Okay.
That won't work. But
Okay.
I can.
Okay.
You can. Okay.
Just has to go back here.
Ah.
Yeah, the PC is out
Oh,
here. The PC's back.
I see.
Okay.
We got it. Thank you so much.
Yes. That way she can send. Yeah. Perfect.
I'm good. How are you this morning? All right, this is a care premises, huh? 24. All right, let's get started then. It's 9 o'clock, so. All right, since Tanner's not here, I'm just gonna stand up and say we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. Is there, we don't have to do that. All right, good morning, everyone. It is 9:01, so we're going to go ahead and get started this morning. For those of y'all who have been here before, you've already heard this, but for those who are new, my name is Sarah Giglio. I'm an attorney here in Shreveport. I've been appointed by the mayor and confirmed by city council to handle these matters, and I will do my best to get we have a lot of people that showed up today, so I appreciate that. I'll do my best to get all of y'all out of here as timely as possible while also giving each matter the attention that it deserves. And I will also just say, if you have your cell phones, please turn those on silent. If you need to talk to somebody during this, that's totally fine. Just go out in the hallway if you don't mind, because it can be a little hard to hear all the way up here. We are going to start with number 23 on our docket, 2403393 PSG regarding 5729 Grantham Street. And I'm going to swear the witnesses in until Mr. Yeldell gets here. All right, if you'll both raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right? All right, we'll start with property standards.
I'm Inspector Rosemary White, Inspector on record for 5729 Grantham Street, violation number 2403393 PSG. This is a continuation, and we've been before the court, as well as I have talked to the owners of the property. They have made a lot of improvements on it, but they still got a little ways to go.
Okay.
They cleared out, the horse is gone. They cleared out the overgrowth on the fifth line. They stacked a lot of stuff. They've been picking up a lot of trash and debris and loading them up on trailers that they have on the property. But these are pictures from yesterday, and they are making significant progress, but they need more time.
Okay. All right, sir, if you'll step forward and give me your name.
Clemente Demon.
Oh, say that again.
Clemente
Clemente.
Demon.
Okay. All right. Tell me your update.
We just need like 60 more days.
60 more days?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Since you have made significant progress, I can tell from the old, I'm comparing up here the old photos to the new photos, and significant progress has been made. I do agree with property standards that we need a little more to be done before it can be closed out. But I will reset you for the March date, which would be 60 days from now, March 13th.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your notice to appear back on March 16th, hopefully with it all cleaned up, okay?
Okay.
All right. We'll see you back in March.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call up the Willow Point matters so that the board can get out of here as well. I don't want to keep them all morning. So next up will be 22 on our docket, 2305327 PSD regarding 1765 Willow Point Drive. All right, oh, I'm sorry, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead, and I normally have property standards go first to
Oh, I'm
give an
sorry.
update. That's okay.
Go ahead.
I'm Rosemary White. I'm Inspector Rosemary White, inspector on record for address 1765 Willow Point Drive, violation number 2305327 PSD. This is a continuation from last year. The complaints from the community was that the marina was dilapidated and falling apart, and as I witnessed, those pylons that's holding up that's trying to hold it up and everything is they're failing, and the community is in fear that it's going to fall on
Collapse.
someone. And but anyway, last time we was here, we did have they did come with some with their attorneys or someone regarding.
I know Mr. Sepulveda was here last time.
Right.
Yeah.
And with plans about how they're gonna go forward with the construction of with the repairs.
Okay.
So I will let him.
Okay, perfect. Sir, will you give me your name?
My name is Ken Polovich. I live
Okay.
at 1829 Hunter Circle here in
Okay.
Shreveport.
Perfect. Tell me where we're at on this.
Okay, we're in a situation where our contractor has not been able to start the project, the demolition.
Okay.
And it was going to be followed by the city as far as in EPA and taking all those things into consideration. We have secured it. The driveway is secured.
I saw that.
Driveway gate as well as the pedestrian gate out on the
Okay.
marina. But it's not secure from the lakeside.
The water
so-
side, right.
And until some barriers can be put around for part of the demo process, other than the lake patrol making frequent visits through there, that's the only way we could get that area secured.
Okay.
But we're just asking for an extension on, our contractor was supposed to be here today, or was going to try to be here, but I don't see him here.
Okay, I was going to ask, do we know why he's delayed? Just typical contractor stuff?
I think he had some other obligations that he had to. He does a lot of work for the at the yacht club and various places, other places on the lake and other lakes and other parishes.
Okay.
So he's busy, but
Okay.
that's my understanding.
Okay. I know that this is a more complicated than most of the matters that we hear here because of the nature of the way the construction has to happen. So I will give y'all more time. I know that y'all are working with the city, and I actually went back and reviewed our video of court from the last time y'all were here to refresh my memory on where we were at. I believe you that you've got a contractor and that he's behind. I know that happens a lot. And I do see for the record that y'all have secured where you can't enter from the land side.
Correct.
Which is really practically, I think, securing from the lakeside would be much harder. I'll just put it that way. So let's come back, because of the nature of this project. I do not typically, for anyone else out there, I do not typically give 6 months. But I think because of the nature of this project, let's give it until May for y'all to come back, because I know y'all are working on it. I see that it's secured. So our May date is May 15th.
Okay,
So if y'all will just plan to be back on May 15th with another update, tell your contractor that I do urge him to get started on it. So
absolutely.
if it's a danger, I can't sit on it for too terribly long. And that's what I get a little bit worried about. So, but other than that, just come back on May 15th and give us an update.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else from property standards?
No, but it is secure like he did.
Right.
It is secure like he did say.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, the next matter we'll call on the docket is number 3240-142 PSD regarding 3335 Willer Street. All right, if you'll both raise your right hand. Ma'am, if you'll that's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, perfect. Let's start with the property standards update.
Okay. Luanda Williams for 240142 PSD 3335 Wheeler. This came back. She originally needed more time to rehab the exterior walls and the roof. And now, she says she's had sickness in the family and she needs an additional 60 days in order to rehab. I am recommending that we give her the 60 days for her to either rehab or demolish the structure.
Which is your recommendation?
Give her the 60 days in order to rehab it or demolish it.
Okay. All right, ma'am, go ahead and step up and tell me why we're not finished with this project.
My name is Cody Williams. That's my mom's house, and it's just me and my brother. And he went in the hospital back in November, and he stayed in there approximately 2 months. So that was part of the problem as well. My son is sick, and he's in Denver. He's been diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure, so it's just pulling me. But if I can get at least the 60 days, we could get the outside structure corrected. They have started on the inside, removing stuff, so I just need some more time to get it worked out.
All right. My concern always, especially as we get into January and February, is the homeless population coming in. Always worry about that, and fires in particular.
Right.
I will note that you have done, what I'm looking at up here is the original photos. I will note that the original inspection in this matter took place a year ago. So what I'm going to do is give 30 days, bring it back in February, and we need to see some improvement.
Okay.
I will not be here in February. It will be Hearing Officer Ferris, I believe. But we're going to put in the notes that we need to see significant improvement.
Oh, you will?
In 30 days.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we will bring this matter back in February, which will be February 13th, okay?
February 13th.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right, the next matter we'll call up, excuse me, y'all, is number 4 on our docket, 240152 PSD regarding 1848 Tulane Avenue. All right, if you'll both raise your right hand to be sworn, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, go ahead. We'll start with property standards.
Good morning. My name is Charles Graham.
Good morning.
I am not the inspector of record. The initial violation was written up by Mr. Billy Davis, who's no longer with us. But as of yesterday, these photos were taken. This is violation number 240152 PSD, 1848 Tulane. The structure is open and vacant. You do have access to it. You do see that since the date of the initial inspection, that no work appears to have been done either interior or to the exterior. If the structure continues to sit like this, it's just going to continue to deteriorate and to get worse. So what I have not had any contact with the owner, so I don't know what his intentions are or any type of time frame. But as I sit here today, I would recommend that we go ahead and demolish the structure if he doesn't have any other plans for it.
Okay. All right, sir, go ahead and step up and give me your name.
Darius, right?
Okay. I do agree in looking at the old photos and the new photos, nothing's been done and it's been a year. So I'm gonna need a good explanation.
I haven't been the owner. I just got the ownership of the property probably 6 months ago. And I know it's been, it was adjudicated property, so I bought it from the city. And my plans is to fix it up. I just need time.
You've had 6 months though. I mean, nothing's been done to it. These pictures look identical.
I understand that, but like I say, I've been in the process of rehabbing another house, and I just haven't got around to rehabbing this one.
Have you hired anybody to rehab this house?
I actually been doing the work on the other rehab myself, and that's probably why that's not probably, that's why it's taking so long to get around to this one. But if need be, I can go in and close it up, make sure can't nobody get in it.
Well, that's what should have been done months ago. I'm looking at the photos. All right. I will note that the original inspection in this matter took place in January of 2024. There were additional inspections in February of 24, April of 24, July of 24, and October of 24. I do understand that Mr. Wright was not the owner at the time of the initial inspection. But he has been the owner for 6 months, and his appeal was dated October 14th of 2024, which is now 3 months ago, almost 3 months ago. There's been no work done to the house. I am looking at photos, which I would add into the record, of a roof falling apart in at least some areas, photos of the interior of the home that I'm looking at. Are there photos of the interior from yesterday?
No, ma'am, those are the original photos that Mr. Davis took,
Okay.
which I took the time yesterday to print out myself to show that the interior was quite dilapidated and has a plethora of problems inside for ceiling damage, floors, water damage that continues to get in the structure, so.
Right, so you didn't take pictures of the interior yesterday?
No, ma'am, I did
Okay.
not go in yesterday.
Did you see inside of it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And it is the same condition as
It's
it
in the
was?
same condition as it was.
All right. I don't, all right, so based on the testimony from property standards, I do see photos from the original inspection, which property standards says is the same, same condition. The roof is caved in on the inside. I'm not sure that it's salvageable. I'm not a contractor, but I'm less worried about the mess outside. I'm only worried about the safety of the structure. I am going to go ahead and order the demo of the property, of the structure. I just think it's an unsafe structure, and it's been 6 months that nothing's been done. So I'm going to go ahead and order the demolition. I will get an order out that says that there are instructions for an appeal if you want to take that process. That'll be included in the order. But I am going to go ahead and sign the order to demo it. I'm not convinced that this is going to get the quick attention that it needs. So that'll be all for today.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. All right, next up, we'll be calling matter 5 on our docket, 2402101 PSD regarding 1343 Ockley Drive. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. All right. All right, let me get an update from property standards first, and then we'll come to you.
Charles Graham, once again, violation number 2402101 PSD, demolition, 1343 Ockley Drive. These photos were taken as of yesterday. The structure is still standing and in need of being demolished due to termite infestation, rotten wood, and it's just a unsafe structure at this time. In speaking with the property owner, he is in agreement. He does want to demolish the structure. Okay. He contacted one of our ladies in the office other day to get square footage and a price. He does want to compare that price with the prices of some other contractors and proceed with demolition.
All right. Okay, sir, step up and give me your name for the record.
Franklin Monroe.
Franklin Monroe? Okay. All right, sir, is that correct? You are looking to go ahead and demo the property?
Yes.
Okay. Since you are in, have you been able to get other prices yet?
They hadn't got back with me.
Okay. Since you are in agreement with the demolition, I'm going to go ahead and order it so that we can get the ball rolling on that.
Okay.
If you find another company that can do it faster than and cheaper than the city, then that's fine. We'll let them do it, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and order so we get the process moving, okay?
That's fine.
All right. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. All right. The next matter we'll call up is number 7 on our docket, 2409425 PSD regarding 2528 Regent Street. I'm not going to let you sit down this morning. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand for me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Let's get an update from property standards first.
Yes, ma'am. Once again, Charles Graham. I am not the inspector of record. This is another case that was initially written up by Mr. Billy Davis. Okay. Violation number 240, make sure I got the right one. 2409425 PSD, 2528 Regent. It looks like the initial inspection was September of 24, followed up by another inspection on 10/23/24, and one that was done yesterday. It shows that the main structure, as of yesterday, had holes on both sides of the roof. The secondary structure at the rear, the entire roof has collapsed on it, and this structure is in need of a plethora of repairs to make it safe and habitable. The owner called me yesterday after I took my initial photos and indicated that he was going to go out and do some roof repairs yesterday.
Okay.
He has several photos on his phone. I have not seen them.
Sure.
That depicts that he went out and did some repairs after I left yesterday morning.
Okay. All right. Sir, do you mind if I look at those pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
I won't look at anything else on your phone. And sir, can you give me your name for the record?
Albert Bryant.
Okay. Are those shingles?
Yes, ma'am. It's roll roofing.
All right. Is that even nailed down or is it just laid
Yes,
down?
it's nailed down.
All right. Okay. Tell me what your plan is with this property.
Ma'am.
Tell me what your plan is with this property.
I was going to recondition it, but what happened was last time we was here, I was under the doctor's care. I had smashed my hand,
Say that again, I'm sorry.
The last time we was here, I was under the doctor's care, still is. I had smashed my hand. I wasn't able to do the work, but I got relief. So I was here to work on. I work in Texas, so I'm gonna be off in Texas at June. So I was gonna go ahead and get the rest of the property taken care of. So,
Were you in here before on this property?
No, ma'am, he was
Oh,
here on
for-
another
on the last
property,
time.
Okay.
2519
Yeah.
region, which should be on the
Right.
docket for today also.
Right, and we'll get to that one in a second. I was confused. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Um, all right, so do you have, as usual, my main concern is at least securing this from the exterior. Do you have a roofer hired?
Yes, he's gonna be over. It's my cousin. They do roofing.
Okay.
And
Do
I'm
you have a
gonna be doing
contract
the rest
with
of the
him?
work, yes.
Do you have a contract?
I do it on my work too. I do 100 mountain too.
You do what?
I do work that kind of work too.
Okay. Do you have any type of contract with him?
Do I have a contract with him?
Yeah, with your friend or whoever that
It's
does.
my cousin. Yes.
Your
ma'am.
cousin that does
Yes,
the
ma'am.
roofing?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have it with you?
No, I don't. I don't have it with me.
All right. All right, I will note that this is the first time you've been here on this property. The initial inspection in this matter was September 5th of 2024, with an additional inspection October 23rd of 2024. The appeal was dated in this matter October 21st of 2014. I am going to, I'm very concerned about this roof. I'm going to give you, I want this to come back on my date, so I'm going to give you until the March date, March 13th. A roof has to be on, a properly installed roof has to be on that roof by the time you come back. And all of the exterior has to be at least boarded up in some kind of way, making it safe. I know you've had some health stuff with your hand, but that I will say right now, that's as far as I'm planning to extend it. So we need to see, it needs to be fixed in March. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we'll bring you back on that one on March 13th. You'll additionally get notice in the mail, but this is also notice for you to be here. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're also present on 2519 Regent Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll also call up number 8 on our docket, 24091021 PSG regarding 2519 Regent Street. All right, Mr. Graham?
Yes, ma'am, this is violation number 24091021 PSG, care premise for 2519 Regent Street. Initial inspection was September 18th, 24, followed by one on October 18th and November 20th of 2024. These photos were taken as of yesterday. Some of the junk, trash, and debris in the front yard has been removed. As you can see, they're building a fence or a cover to remove from site some of the other debris that I was unable to see or verify that it had been removed. Spoke with Mr. Bryant earlier and indicated that some work has been done, but it's not up to standard. That front yard needs to be cleaned of all the trash and debris, that pile of plywood. The rear yard, I need for the overgrowth to be cut, cleaned, and removed, and it to be just policed in a way that's presentable.
Okay. All right, Mr.
And it
Bryant?
needs to be done, I need it done within the next 30 days or so.
Okay, Mr. Bryant?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it to be done.
Why are we not cleaned up all the way?
Like I said, I was under doctor's care and I stayed in Texas, but I got time off to get it taken care of. See, I'm trying to get it taken care of now.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm working on it.
I do understand working out of town.
Yeah.
But you've got property here.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, with that
Right.
comes some responsibility. What I'm gonna do, I hate to make you come back in February and March, but I want to handle the other matter myself. I'm gonna set this one in February. So that'll be February 13th with notes for Hearing Officer Ferris that it needs, I would not be inclined to give any more than 30 days.
Okay.
So it needs to be cleaned up. If it's not cleaned up, we can sign an order that'll get the city to come out and clean it up for you. That,
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes that's helpful. I mean, sometimes it's not a punishment. It's helpful to get that done. So, so 30 days, February 13th, needs to be cleaned up to Mr. Graham's satisfaction. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right. The next matter we'll call up is number 9 on the docket, 240172 PSD regarding 601 Wall Street. Excuse me. All right, I'm sorry. If you'll both raise your right hand to be sworn, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, we'll start with property standards.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes for 240172 PSD 601 Wall Street.
Okay.
I've been in constant contact with the owner, and as you see, he's done a significant amount of work to the front.
Yeah.
And actually, as far as I'm concerned, he's done basically what I've asked to do and would like to close it, and I would just monitor it on my own.
Awesome, that sounds great. Sir, give us your name just so we have that you were here.
Tom Taija Bakes.
Okay, and I assume you have no problem with us closing it out, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right, we're going to show that matter closed out, and you do not have to come back here for anything, okay? Thank you so much, it does look a lot better.
All right.
All right, the next matter we'll call on our docket is number 14 and 15, 2407354 PSD and 2407818 PSG regarding 847 Sherwood Road. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand to be sworn, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, let me get an update from property standards first, and then we'll come to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes for 2405606 PSG 3041 gave you the wrong number. 2407354 PSD 847 Sherwood Road and 2407818 PSG 247 Sherwood Road. The owner has done an amazing job. He has fixed the roof in the back, cleaned up around the property, and he's done everything I've asked him to do. I'd like to say that it's closed.
Perfect. Sir, can you step up and just give us your name so we have a record that you were here? Sure.
Albert Renato.
Perfect. And I assume you don't have a problem with us closing this out, right?
Not at all.
Okay, great. And the property does look great, much improved, and I really appreciate you taking the time and effort to get that fixed. So we will show both of these matters closed. Thank you. All right, Ms. Hayes, don't go too far because I've got you again. We'll call up number 16 on our docket, 2409441 PSD regarding 307 Lister Street. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand for me to be sworn. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, Ms. Hayes, let's get started.
I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes for 2409441 PSD 307 Lister. I've been in constant contact with the owners, and if you see, they have rebuilt the whole structure. They are rehabbing it.
Okay.
I don't want to just close it out all the way just yet and monitor it, but he is doing an excellent job on rehabbing, and they have really been working on it. So I'd like to give him some more time.
All right.
If you, whatever day you say, if you want to bring it back on your day or
Let's
6 months or.
Yeah, let's set it out into April since you're doing so much work on it. And I can see, obviously, I'm comparing up here for the record.
Right.
I'm comparing the old photos with the new photos. Already much better. So we'll just reset this for April so we can kind of track it and make sure everything stays on track. So that's going to be April 15th, tax day, just what you want to do, spend time at City Hall. So we'll come back April 15th for some further updates. Stay in good contact with Inspector Hayes like you have been, and we'll keep an eye on it, okay? All right. Did you, I'm sorry, let me have you state your name for the record so that we can show that you're here.
Derek O'Neill.
Perfect. Did you have anything you wanted to add? You looked happy with everything that was happening.
I
So.
was hoping to get it closed out, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't think we're in a position to close it quite yet, but keep working on it. And if If it is to Inspector Hayes' satisfaction before April 15th, let her know. She can just pass that along to me and you won't have to come back. Okay? All right, we will see you back on the 15th.
All right, thank you.
All right, the next matter we'll call up is number 18 on our docket, 240759 PSG, which is regarding 2923 Hardy Street. All right, can I have both of you raise your right hands to be sworn? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Good morning.
I'm Inspector Davis over 240759 PSG 2923 Hardy Street.
Okay.
Given the comparison to the previous picture, there was a lot more overgrowth, a lot more debris. From what I see here, I'm going to say, I'm going to recommend it for it to be abated because he has brought a lot of his equipment close to the structure.
Okay.
The wood, from what I'm understanding, he explained to me, the wood that he's keeping is what he chops. I told him anything that he chops, just keep it close to the quarters.
Right.
And keep it nice and neat. He has removed the overgrowth. He has removed a lot of the, equipment, down trees in the back. And other than that, I recommend we go ahead and close the case.
All right. Sir, go ahead, step up and give me your name.
Terry Tucker.
Okay. And I assume that you don't have a problem with us closing this out, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And I will just note for the record, I'm looking at the pictures from, looks like July of 2024. There was a lot of overgrowth, and you've gotten rid of a lot. So it looks much better now. Inspector Davis is correct. Anything that you want to chop for burning, just keep it close to the house so that it's not kind of out everywhere. But I am fine with us closing this out. It looks like everything that needed to happen has happened. So thank you for that. We will show this matter closed if you do not need to come back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the next matter we'll call up is number 20 on our docket, 2408990 PSG regarding 2904 Midway Street. I think that's you, Inspector Davis. While he's getting that, sir, will you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And give me your name for the record.
William Rayburn, Jr.
Okay, perfect. Let me get an update from Property Standards, and then I'll get your update, okay?
I am Inspector Davis over violation number 2408990 PSG 2904 Midway. It still needs work. There's a lot of debris, a lot of inoperable vehicles, equipment scattered around. He has made progress in regards to the sides and the front, but the problem is it's still appliances that's still out front, still some equipment that's still out front, a lot of debris that's on the right of way. I'm not sure if he called Solid Waste to have that scheduled to be picked up. I haven't had contact with them, but there is still a lot of work that needs to be done.
All right. Mr. Rayburn, why don't you give me your update?
We're currently working on getting everything cleared out. So I'd say we need more time, like we can repair things around, move them around or throw it away. And we're in the process of removing some of the vehicles,
Okay.
as well as getting everything else taken care of.
Okay. I did know that there was kind of like a large pile of stuff out by the street. Have you called Solid Waste to get that hauled off?
We will.
Okay. And it's weird how they schedule it. You just kind of call and they say they'll be out at some point. But do put in a call about getting that picked up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Inspector Davis. Were you about to say something?
No.
Were you about to say something, Inspector Davis?
Oh.
I just want to take into account that they did file an appeal. They did have the time necessary to get everything done.
Right.
But given the nature and the, amount of, equipment and everything that's out there, you know.
Is anyone living at this property?
Yes.
Okay. Um, all right. So, yeah, I will note that the original inspection was in August of 24, with an additional inspection September of 24 and October of 24. The appeal form was dated September 27th, 2024, which is it's about 3.5 months ago. I will note, however, that I do see significant improvement in what has been hauled off or cleaned up, whatever y'all did with it, from in comparison to the photos from August of last year. I'm gonna. How many are we at? I'm going to set this back on my next date, which will be March 13th. That is 60 days, which is more than enough time to get all this stuff cleaned up. If it is not cleaned up to property standards and my satisfaction, I'm going to order that it be done by the city and probably issue a fine. So I'm just giving you a heads up. 60 days is plenty of time to get this cleaned up. I will note that you have made significant progress, but more needs to be done. And so keep doing what you're doing. Get that cleaned up by March 13th before you come, the 12th. Everybody waits till the last minute. You come back on the 13th. He's going to come out there and look at it probably on the 12th. So have it done by then. And if it's all cleaned up, then we'll just close it out. If not, like I said, I'm probably going to issue a fine in addition to ordering it cleaned up by the city. So we will see you back here on March 13th. Okay?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. It's 20. All right, the next, excuse me, the next, oh. The next matter that we'll call is number 24 and 25, 2309461 PSD and 240810004 PSG regarding 435 North Dale Avenue. All right, if I could have you both raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right, let's start with Inspector Ray.
Okay, this is Inspector Ray for case number 2309461 PSD and 240810004 PSG. Structures is still in a state of disrepair and deterioration. No repairs has been conducted on structure to abate the property. And we have wood and trash debris with overgrown vegetation and wild growth on property. So this is my first time meeting a property owner.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give us opportunity to explain to the court the time frame needed to clear the violation.
Okay. All right, go ahead and step up and give me your name.
Ernestine Jackson.
All right. All right, tell me why we haven't made any progress.
I had been taking care of my brother because he had cancer.
Uh-huh.
And the man that was working on my house, he ended up having cancer also. And after that, he died.
Okay.
So I hadn't had a chance to get nobody to look at it. So I have decided that I was just going to go and sell it.
Okay. Have you placed it on the market for sale?
No, I haven't placed it on the market, but like, the people that be saying, we buy houses in any condition, I've contacted them.
When did you do that?
I did it, last week.
Okay, and what did they say?
But they say that, they would buy it.
Okay. All right. That is not going to fix the problem of the structure being in disrepair, but it would change whether that is your problem or someone else's problem. Did they indicate when they thought they could complete the purchase?
No,
Okay. Do you have anything in writing from them?
no.
All right. When did the person working on your house pass away?
He passed away, I think September, October.
Okay, so what have we been doing since then?
I haven't, did anything since then.
All right. I'm at this point, I'm inclined to order the demo because there doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency. I am looking at the photos, which I would enter into the record. It appears to be an unsafe structure. I'm not trying to hang up the sale of the home, but I am concerned about people wandering in there, people being in there, as I stated on another case earlier, fires, it's cold, squatters, all of the things that could result in problems for this. So I am going to go ahead. I will note that the original inspection in this matter, there was an inspection in September of 2023. Then there was no inspection until July of 2024, another one a week later in July of 2024, and then August 30th of 2024. The appeal form in this matter was dated by Ms. Jackson September 27th of 2024. Ms. Jackson, no one's living in this house, correct?
No.
Okay. There is no one living in this home. It does not appear that nothing has been done since the time that the appeal form was dated. I can't just sit on that. So with no progress and what sounds like not particularly any real plan. So I'm going to go ahead and order the demolition of 435 North Dale Avenue. I will enter an order saying such. I'm not going to issue a fine. There are, if you want to appeal that order, there's instructions for an appeal in that order when you get it, okay? So that'll be all for today.
I have some stuff in there that I need to get out.
Uh-huh.
So,
You'll have some time to get it out.
okay.
Yeah, they're not just going to show up with a wrecking ball one day.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have some notice and time to get your stuff out. I would do it sooner rather than later, but you'll have time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, what about the cleanup?
I will order the cleanup as well to be done just sort of in the same order as the demo.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I marked that in my notes but didn't say it out loud. All right. We go to matter 29 on our docket, 2407347 PSD regarding 2812 Anna Street. Okay. All right, sir, if you'll raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, Inspector Ray, where are we at?
Yes, ma'am. Inspector Ray for 2407347 PSD. Structure has been rehabilitated except for the paint.
Okay.
So at this time, I recommend that the violation be closed.
All right, sir, can you go ahead and step up and give us your name?
My name's Jamari Hill.
Perfect. Sir, I assume you wouldn't have a problem with us closing this out?
No, ma'am.
All right. I will note that I'm comparing the old photos taken back in July of 2024 to the photos that were on the screen taken presumably yesterday, or this week at some point. I see significant improvement. The structure was burned, and very open to the exterior. That has been all fixed. Paint, I would say, is cosmetic. So with that, I will agree to go ahead and close out that matter. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good one. Thank you for being here.
You too.
All right, the next matter we'll call is going to be number 34 on our docket, 2408384 PSD regarding 2610 Malcolm Street. Is there a homeowner here?
Morning, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Is she here? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead, sir. Actually, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Go ahead and give me an update on this.
All righty. As you can see from the pictures, the home is very much dilapidated. The storage building also is on there. Door frames and windows and all that have all been dilapidated also. I have been in contact with the owner and everything. As of January the 2nd, she emailed me and some of the associates from the office about letting the city to go ahead and proceed with tearing the property down and everything. And she also stated today that she will also try to get the property fenced in to keep any kind of people from looting anything, dropping stuff off.
Perfect. Note that the original inspection in this matter occurred on August 1st, 2024, with additional inspections August 21st, 2024, and August 28th, 2024, as well as October 18th, 2024. I will note that it is still in disrepair. I'll also note that Miss Stafford has been in contact with Property Standards. I believe she was here this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
She has given us, or she has agreed to the demo of the structure. So I'm going to sign an order by agreement. I'm not going to issue a fine in this case or administrative fees. She's been very responsive and doing everything she can as quickly as possible from out of town. So we will get an order signed by agreement of both parties and get that done. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, the next matter, excuse me, that we will call up on the docket is 35, 2403206 PSD regarding 4614 Bethune Drive. All right, good morning. If I can have both of y'all raise your right hands to be sworn. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we'll start with property standards.
My name is Inspector Lockett. I'm here for case 24306 PSD, 4614 Bethune Drive.
Okay. All right, and sir, I don't think I got you sworn. Go ahead and raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Inspector Lockett, where are we at on this?
I mean, I want the original inspector for this property, but on the homeowner here, you speak with him and see what he wants to do.
Okay. All right, sir, go ahead and give me your name and tell me where you're at on it.
My name is Reagan Owings, and I am currently working on the correcting the violations, but I've had some weather delays because they're working on the roof.
Okay.
And not being able to complete the work when it was raining.
Mm-hmm. Have they started working on the roof?
I'm doing the work myself.
You have. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
That's not the correct structure. Oh, that's the one right there.
How much progress have you made on the roof? Oh.
Well, you can see the plywood, the OSB board right there, and I'm about to repair the rest of that side of the roof. And I'm I'm more than halfway done that.
Is anyone living in the structure?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, Inspector Lockett, do you have anything else you want to add?
I mean, I recommend give him 30 more days to finish what he got to do.
All right. When did you start working on this roof, sir?
It's been maybe 2 or 3 months. But I had to tarp it because of the rain.
Right.
I was going to try and request 60 days.
Yeah. The problem is the appeal form was dated back in August of 2024. The original inspection occurred in February of 2024, so that's almost a year ago.
But I only acquired the property in April.
Okay, so 9 months ago. That this, so it was in this condition when you acquired it?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. I am gonna show that the original, I would like the photos that are being put on the screen to be placed into the record. I am gonna show that the original inspection of this matter occurred in February 7th of 2024. Mr. Owings, by his own admission, purchased the property in this condition back in April, which is approximately 9 months ago. I have significant concerns about the roof, the structure of the roof, and also the lack of progress that's being made. Mr. Owings' appeal form is dated from August of 2024, which is approximately 5 months ago. He appeared October 10th of 2024 in front of Hearing Officer Ferris, saying that he needed 60 days to rehab the structure. It appears the only thing that's been done is placing some plywood on the roof. I am sympathetic that roofing, as a non-roofer, roofing is a difficult task, but I just don't see enough progress being made. It's very, very little progress that's been made. And so for those reasons, I am going to go ahead and order the demo of the property. I will get an order signed to demo it. There are instructions for appeal will be in the order if you decide to go that route, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. All right. Next matter we'll call up is 36, which is 2406318 PSD regarding 4209 Curtis Lane.
All right, I'm expecting.
Okay, hang on one second. Let me get the homeowner up here. All right, good morning, sir. You already know the drill. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Let's get an update from Property Standards.
I'm expected Lockett, case number 246318, 4209 Curtis Lane. This is my first time seeing an home on. I don't know his plans about what he want to do with it, but the last time it was expected 11/14/24. I went back out there yesterday, it looked the same to me.
All right. Sir, go ahead and step up and give me your name if you don't mind.
Billy Thomas.
Billy Thomas. All right. Tell me your plan. Where are we?
I had just got a contract with this job, and I'm finna start working on it like sometime next week. I had gotten into a little trouble, that's why I couldn't go over there to the area because I'm on an anchor monitor.
Okay.
I just now started back to go back over there.
Okay.
And start working on it soon I get paid.
All right. You have a contract with a contractor?
I have a contract with this car wash. I do their lawn every month.
Oh, you have a contract for work. I got you. Okay. The structure does look like it is.
I had went over there and boarded it up. That's the only thing I had did. I boarded up the inside.
Okay. The structure does look like it is secure from the exterior, and I don't see any issues with the roof. There's some issues on the interior with the ceiling, but as long as it's on the interior and the exterior is the exterior secure? Nobody can just walk into it? It's not?
Now, can't nobody walk in.
Oh, so it is secure. Okay. All right. With that in mind, I will bring you back. I'm going to give you 60 days.
But I have a court date in March too. I gotta go back to court.
Okay. When is your other court date?
I think it's like around March 15th, 16th, something like that.
Okay. So I'm going to set you in March, which is March 13th here.
Okay.
If that ends up being your court date in Caddo, just let property standards know, and we'll deal with that. I certainly don't want you violating anything with ankle monitor to go over there. It's off now. You're able to go over there.
No, they changed,
changed
my
this.
zone.
Okay.
so
All
I'll
right.
be-
Perfect. Okay, so we will see you back March 13th. Keep making progress. I do need to see, I know there's not much progress between the last time and this time, so I need to see some change between last time and this time, okay? All right, we will see you back March 13th, okay?
All right,
Thank you. All right, next matter we'll call up is number 37, which is 2407889 PSG regarding 3824 Addison Avenue. All right, let me have everybody raise their hands to be sworn. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, let me get an update from property standards first.
Okay, Inspector Jones for 2407889 PSG.
All right,
At the location 3824 Addison Street.
okay,
This property was originally initialized for a care premise violation on the overgrowth. And up until yesterday, he's made, I'll say, significant improvement.
all right. Let me, whoever wants to speak, step up to the microphone and give me your name, please.
Igor Lesko.
Okay. All right. Actually, let me go back to Inspector Jones. Inspector Jones, what else needs to be done?
As of right now, just on this violation number, it's the overgrowth. And
Overgrowth.
we was trying to get all of the overgrowth out of the backyard.
Okay.
He was at the location yesterday performing that task.
Okay. All right, sir, go ahead and give me your update.
Yeah. On the previous court date, the judge gave me 60 days.
Right.
And I'm sorry to let have you come bring me back because I was start working and got a lower back injury, so I had to stop for some time. But as of now, all these big brushes, everything's cut down, and I just didn't. Yesterday, I didn't manage to run my lawnmower over that seat. And so, Inspector Jones, welcome to come next week to see and close the case if you don't mind.
All right, so I think what we'll do is let's reset this for the February date, but if Inspector Jones comes by and says that everything's fine, y'all won't have to come back. He'll just report it to the court, and then they'll close it out. Is that okay with you, Inspector Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Inspector Jones is instructed to go by and check on your property, make sure it's okay, and then hopefully close it out. If there's a problem and it's not cleaned up, then you'll need to be back here in February, okay? All right, so we'll see you in February, unless Inspector Jones says no. All right, number 38 on our docket, 2408385 PSD regarding 1738 Murphy Street. Do I have a homeowner here for 1738 Murphy Street? Okay. Let me just see if he's here, and then we'll... All right, sir, when you get up there, if you'll raise your right hand to be sworn.
I can affirm and not swear.
Oh, okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I affirm.
Okay. All right. Inspector Hayes, good morning. Give me an update here.
I'm Lisa Hayes, and I'm going to just be the inspector of record for
today? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. For 2408385 PSD 1738 Murphy Street. I've spoken to Mr. Short, and he says that he's applied for funding for doing the repairs on the house that he's trying to do. I don't know what conversations he's had with the previous inspector, but just seeing it now, it still needs some work done to it. But he's going to explain on what he has working as far as trying to get this completed.
Okay. All right, sir. Give me your name again.
Patrick Short.
Okay. Perfect. Tell me what your plan is and what's going on here.
Well, my plan is to go ahead on and do the rehab. I just applied for funding and back in November, and it's being accepted and it's being processed.
Okay. Where do you have some type of document that shows that?
Sure.
Okay,
I
perfect.
have a document here and I have a couple of photos.
Okay, perfect. If you'll show, yeah.
Sure.
And I'm just going to look at it and I'll return it to you.
When you see the first one, just scroll back one.
Okay. Okay. All right. There you go. And then this is. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's acquisition. Okay. There's not a date on this, but I will. There's a date of acquisition, but there's not a date of when.
Well,
When it was-
if you contrast that with the photos, you
Yes.
see that all that has been accepted and is now being processed.
Okay.
I applied for the funding back in November the 15th.
Okay.
And they award allow up to 16 weeks to process.
Okay.
So now that we are in the processing stage.
All right. Do you have you spoken with a contractor to try to figure out who's going to handle your repairs?
Well, I've spoken with the contractor, was supposed to do the demolition.
Okay.
But I guess he has some other projects for the real structure. So he hasn't showed up or he hasn't did anything. But I've got some people in mind that I will do and get in contact with and have those rehab done.
All right. I will note that Mr. Short showed proof of expected funding coming his way to work on this. The original inspection in this matter was August 2nd of 2024, with additional inspections August 7th of 2024, September 26th of 2024, and October 9th of 2024. The appeal form was dated August 15th of 2024. He has appeared one time previously, October 10th of 2024, at which time he said he needed 60 more days, and that's kind of where we're at now. But I will note that securing funding, for me, I consider that making progress. So I will go ahead and give you until my next court date of March 13th to make further progress. Do you expect to have the money in hand by then and have started this project?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll bring it back in March, and let's have some significant progress done by that time. Okay?
Sure.
All right. We will see you back on March 13th, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. The next matter we'll call is 39 on our docket. 2409424 PSD regarding 1021 Texas Avenue. All right, if y'all will raise your right hands to be sworn, do you swear that the testimony you're going to give it will be true? Let me start over again. Good thing Attorney Yeldell's back. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't usually swear in the witnesses. All right, Inspector Hayes, give me an update.
Good morning, Your Honor. Again, I'm inspector of, going to be on record for 240-942 for PSD 1021 Texas Avenue. We went out and took pictures yesterday, and I don't know what else to say, but it just needs to proceed with demo. There's nothing there I don't see really saving. The whole back is gone. The structure is caved in, so it needs to go ahead and be proceeded with the demolition.
Okay. All right, sir, whoever wants to speak, give me your name and tell me your update.
Ronald Rainey.
Okay.
We have contacted 4 different contractors for bids, and we've only received 1 in writing.
Okay.
So we plan to tear the building down. It's just, we got to get a price.
Okay.
You know, we have contacted 4 different contractors.
Okay. I will note that we have a letter from our chief building official, also from December 17th of 2024, that finds the building to be unsafe. So I think what I will do, since y'all are in agreement that it needs to come down, I will go ahead and order the demo. If y'all are able to find someone that can do it less expensive and want to have your own people do it, that's fine. But I'm going to go ahead and order the demo so that the process gets rolling.
Will they contact me before to let me know how much and what the issue is? I mean, I'm going to do it, but I'd rather for my people to do it if it's cheaper than what the city's going to do it.
A lot of times it
Again,
ends up being,
I've got one bid here now. If I know what the city's going to charge me, I may say, yeah, do it right now, or I'm going to use one of my guys. But
do you know if they'll get? Yeah, okay. We'll include in the order to let you know ahead of time what the cost would be, so that we can make sure that you have the least expensive option.
sure.
Okay.
Is there anything I need to do, or I just need to wait for them?
No, I'll sign an order, and so then the order will come to you. Then there's a 30-day waiting period, during which time you'll get a cost. They'll send a cost over to you. Okay, all right, so they can let you all know about a price as soon as next week.
Yeah. One other question.
Uh-huh.
If I decide to go with one of the people I've contacted, and it takes them maybe 3 or 4 weeks, a month to do it because they're busy, do I have time for that?
Yeah, I don't think we would get to it. Yeah.
Right. What we'll do is that once they go out and look at it, because it may even be a bid process.
Right.
But the thing is that once they look at it, you'll have time. By the time she gets the order in and we come back out.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
need a
We'll
little
let you
time.
know.
Yeah,
We
I'm
know
just
it
getting the
needs to
ball
come
rolling now that.
down.
Oh, sorry, go
It's
ahead.
just a matter of time. Give us a little time to get it done.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Just as long
Yeah.
as you have your number.
Yeah, just stay in good contact with Inspector Hayes. If
Between myself and Mr. James, the supervisor, and just have your number, we'll personally reach out to you.
Okay. Good.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Do I have any other I'm sorry. Thank y'all so much. That's all I need for y'all.
Thank you.
Who needs to know that? Oh, yeah, we have all their contact information on the appeal form. Yes, yes. Okay, do I have any other homeowners here who I have not yet heard from? Oh, wait, I do. Hang on. My notes got passed a little bit. Oh, I got a bunch. Okay. 31, 32, 33. Is that it? Okay, all right. All right, so I will try to get the rest of y'all heard. Number 11 on our docket, 2205243 PSD regarding 101 East Stoner Avenue. All right, and sir, can I have you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, Inspector Hayes.
Inspector Hayes Inspector of Record for, where am I? 2205243 PSD 101 East Stoner Avenue. Since the last time we were in court, the owners have been making progress, and I am willing to ask for you to give them, after speaking to my supervisor and director, if we could give them like 6 months to show some more progress. They are doing quite a bit work.
Okay.
They have been working on it, and I talk to them from time to time. So I'd like to really give them some more time to come back in and finish the 2 apartment complexes
All
in
right.
at least 6 months or however for you decide to give them.
Okay, sir, will you step up to the microphone and give me your name, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Fadal Hussein.
Okay. And I do remember when you came back in September.
That's not me.
Yeah, that's a different structure. I'm looking at other, yeah. I will note that this is a commercial structure, and it is therefore probably requires a lot more work than, a single-family home, et cetera. And I am looking at old photos, and I remember this case. Because property standards is an agreement as well, and I also think that giving y'all significant amount of time to make some more improvements is the right thing. So we will move you into, let's just set you into July, because that's 6 months from now. And that gives you some time to get some more work done on it. So our July date is July 17th. So you will receive additional notice, but do we have the photos from? Is that that's the right structure? Oh, yeah, okay. So you will receive additional notice to be here in July, but July 17th is the date that we'll come back, okay? All right? Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Next, we're going to call up number 17 on our docket, which is 240-185 PSG regarding 2617 Lyles Lane. If you want to swear people in, you can. Did he hear me? If you want to swear in.
Do you swear to tell the whole truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, Inspector Hayes.
I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes. The current inspector on record is no longer with us, so I'm doing case number 240185 PSG 2617 Lyles Lane. Talking to the previous inspector, he said that the owner had been working on it and had shown some progress in doing the work, and if he was here, he would give her more time. So this is my first time seeing the case and meeting with her. So I don't have a problem if you want to extend the time for her to finish doing the cleanup.
Okay. All right, ma'am, go ahead and give me your name.
True Lynn Ardwin.
Okay. Tell me where we're at on all this.
Ma'am?
Tell me, how long do you think it's going to take you to get everything cleaned up?
Well, my wood, I had that on Facebook, and people been coming and getting free wood. And then the other piece of tree, I had 2 young boys that want to come and cut it and sell the wood.
Okay.
And I'm giving them a chance, that big tree right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm giving them a chance to do that. Okay. And so then, like that other store, the tree fell on 3 of my storage buildings, but that building right there is total gone. Okay. It's going to be completely cleaned out. But I have somebody that cleans for me.
Okay.
And I just been letting people come. And my dad fell and broke his hip Christmas, and I've been in the hospital on therapy with him. He's 97, so I just now got him to the house. So I just hadn't been able to get over there to oversee everybody.
Right. Okay.
But I've already talked to the guy yesterday to come in. He will be the one tearing and cleaning all that.
Okay. All right, so I will note that the original inspection of this matter was January 30th of 2024, and there have been 4 subsequent inspections. And your first time appearing here in front of me was in April of 2024. So this has been pending for a while, but I also will note that there has been significant progress. There's just more that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to set this in March. Setting myself for quite the docket in March, aren't I? We'll set this for March 13th for you to come back. It needs to be pretty close to done by then.
Yeah.
And I know we're gonna have weather and it's gonna be cold and all those things, but that's why I'm giving you
Yeah.
original. I would really usually only give a month.
When it rains, you can't get back there.
Right.
The ground's just mush.
Yeah. So I would usually only give a month for something like this because I know we have winter weather coming at least next week and probably, I'm sure again, I'm going to give 2 weeks, 2 months. So we'll reset you in March 13th. Stay in good contact with your property inspector, and get that pretty well cleaned up by then. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That'll be all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next. All right. The next matter I will call on our docket is number 30. 31 is what I meant. 31 and 32, which is 2408408 PSD and 2408986 PSG regarding 1937 Garden Street.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
All right. Let's start with property standards. Inspector Ray?
Yes, ma'am. Inspector Ray for 2408408 PSD and 2408986 PSG. Repairs has started on structure to abate the property. Some junk and debris has been removed from property, but wood, trash, and debris and inoperable vehicles remain on property. So at this time, I'm going to give the property owner the opportunity to explain time frame needed to clear the violation.
Okay. All right, sir. Step up and give me your name, please.
Yes, my name is Quentin Carter.
Okay. Tell me what your plan is.
We going down this weekend and start moving this stuff out the backyard. I was just trying to clear up a little bit so I can get my trailer out from back there so we can load the wood up. Then start cleaning those bricks and the stuff that's on the ground out the way.
All right. Inspector Ray, what about the structure itself?
Well, the rear of the property was open. He's closing that up at the time, but the roof, soffit, and fascial is still in disrepair on the property.
All right. So, Mr. Carter, do you have a plan to get the roof fixed?
Yes, I gotta get in contact with my auntie. Once I get everything cleaned up, we're gonna try to get a roofing company or somebody to come out there and give us a rough estimate on the roof, and we're gonna go from there with it.
All right. What have you been? The original inspection in this matter was in August 21st of 2024, and the appeal form dated by you was dated September 9th of 2024. What have you done between September 9th of 2024 and now?
If y'all have the older pictures, you'll see that the back half was basically hanging off. I had someone to go in, tear all that down, cut it off, close it back up, and put that house wrap on there to secure the wood or whatever. And gradually, I've actually been going down there myself, trying to move the wood from the back of the house to the far side on top of the hill to where I can get the trailer on the other side of that truck and load it all up on the trailer and have it hauled off.
Okay. And I will note that I am looking at the old pictures, and I do see I see significant improvement. It's still not there yet, but it's headed the right direction. How much time do you think you need?
With me working 5 days a week, I only can get down there Saturday and Sunday, and Sundays I really don't come out because I be in the house with my little girl. With that roof part, I can't give no estimate. But as far as cleaning that stuff up and getting that stuff out the backyard, I plan on having it done this weekend.
Okay. When do you think you could have at least a plan for the roof?
As soon as I get in contact with my aunt, and she stays in Rockville, Maryland, so.
She stays where?
In Rockville, Maryland.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so she's not close.
no, she's not able to get down.
Okay.
So whenever she give me, well, it ain't whenever she give me, when I get a company out there that's got a reasonable price the whole roof actually don't need to be redone, but I prefer to get the whole roof redone.
Yeah.
You don't need to do half of it. Leave
Right.
the other half up there.
Right.
Contaminating the other part of the wood, so. As soon as I get a reasonable price and I let her know and she says okay, then we can go forward with the roof process.
All right. Because I can see the improvement made between the initial inspection and now. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and set it in April, because I think you're making good progress, and I want to give you enough time to get to set you up for success. So our April date is April 15th. So you will get additional notice in the mail, but this is also your notice to be back on April 15th to give us an update. I would really like to see the roof on there by then, and if it's not, I need you to bring with you a copy of whatever contract or agreement you have with the roofer, so that we know that that's proceeding. Okay. All right. Anything else from you, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, Inspector Ray. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. We will show 31 and 32 continued to April 15th. Next matter we'll call up is number 33 on our docket. 2312607 PSD regarding 2802 Corbett Street. Oh, I skipped 19.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Go ahead, Inspector.
Morning, Your Honor. My last violation, I forgot to read off the information to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm Inspector Eric Wheatley. This is violation number 2312607 PSD, location 2802 Corbett Street. Ms. Hill has done a lot of progress to getting the property back up to par. The day before yesterday, I actually saw contractors out there working on the property.
Right.
So she still got a little ways to go, even on the two-story one. But I'm willing to give her some more time. I'm willing to give her at least 30 days or at least until you come back. So whichever decision you make.
All right, Ms. Hill, when do you think this is going to be done?
I've had an unfortunate experience of having paid a contractor that has stopped the work. He began the work and was doing such a good job that I trusted him to move forward with the second phase and to complete it. Well, that has been made obvious that I've had to redirect. So I was able to get a new person, actually the one who I wanted in the beginning, but after having to work out of town, had to go to Plan B, which backfired in the end. So just now getting the new contractor on site, I expect to need another 60 days, I think, to be able to bring it to abatement.
Okay. All right. All right. I will note that this is the 6th appearance in environmental court. There is progress pretty much every time. I will give you the 60 days because that is my next court date. So March 13th will be when you come back. I would like to see it awful close to abatement, if not complete. Yeah, I'm sure you would too. I'm sure you don't come here for fun.
Absolutely, you're right.
So, and in particular with Inspector Wheatley's testimony that he has observed contractors out there this week, I do believe that you've got a new contractor out there and you're doing it. I know things can go sideways with contractors quickly. So we will reset this for March 13th. Okay, let's get close to being finished by then. And my apologies, I skipped over 2 people on accident. Let me go back to number 19 on our docket, which is 2403341 PSG regarding 3504 Claiborne Avenue. right, ma'am, if you'll raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, good morning.
I am Inspector Davis over 2403341 PSG 3504 Claiborne Avenue. They have made progress with, removing the debris around the structure, but behind the structure where it still needs work, and there still appears to be overgrowth around the fence row. It had boards, lumber underneath that overgrowth, dishes, jars, and everything like that. They do need a little bit more work to remove the debris properly, and anything the contractor does remove from property does need to be taken with them. I have made that known for them. Given that they have worked with me, they have maintained contact with me and everything like that, I recommend an additional 30 days.
All right, ma'am, go ahead and give me your name.
Annie Douglas.
Okay. So how long do you need to get this completely handled?
I'm hoping within the 30 days or less.
Okay. All right. So I think that with the testimony of property standards and what Ms. Douglas has said as well, let's go ahead and set this on the February date, February 13th. As always, if it's handled ahead of time and you've spoken with Inspector Davis and he says it's good to go, you don't have to come back here. He'll just report that it's handled. But if it's not, then you need to be back here on February 13th, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, the next matter we'll call up is number 26 on our docket, which is 2309496 PSD regarding 117 Holtzman Avenue, 1968 Perrin Street, and 1966 Perrin Street. Okay, all right. I will go on. Let's see. Is he my last homeowner that's here? That's the last one? Okay. Have any other homeowners that have come in late that need? All right. Okay, well, when he comes back in, we'll take his case up. Until then, we'll move through the rest of our docket. All right, we'll go to number 230174 PSD regarding 6308 Southern Avenue. All right, I don't.
Good morning. I'm Inspector Thomas for violation number 230174 PSD 6308 Southern Avenue. This has been an ongoing situation, but I am proud to say that the owner has abated the needs for property standards.
That's incredible news. All right, we will show that matter as closed. That had been pending for quite some time, so thank you, Inspector Thomas, for whatever magic you worked there. The next one we'll call up is 2410147 PSG, which is 213 West 84th Street.
Inspector Thomas again for violation number 2410147 PSG 613 West 84th Street. The owner has abated this violation as well.
All right, you're just bringing all the good news today. All right, we'll show that matter closed as well.
Thank you.
All right, if you see him come back in for that one, just, yeah. All right, and then next up is, oh, nobody's here on this one. Number 10 on our docket, 2212431 PSD regarding 1400 Uri Drive.
You miss me?
You're working overtime today.
Okay, I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes, on record for 2212431 PSD 1400 Uri Drive. As of the other day when I went out, actually the building has been bought by somebody else, and we're probably going to have to do research and notify him. Mr. Solomon had no idea of court, but he has removed part of the roof and replacing it.
Okay.
So he is rehabbing the building.
Okay.
So hopefully by the time he's notified and done, we won't have to come back, but he's rehabbing it right now. and all I can do is just leave it open until we.
Yeah, do we
Do
set a
something
new
else.
date on that, or do we just leave it open until he gets noticed? Yeah, okay, all right, we'll just show that one as open until the new owner gets notice. In particular with the fact that it looks like work is being done, that's totally fine. All right, sir, let me grab you before you sit down. I think we're ready to call your matter up. Number 26 on our docket is regarding 2309496 PSD regarding 117 Holtzman Avenue, 1968 Perrin Street, and 1966 Perrin Street. Sir, if you'll raise your right hand to be sworn. If you'll raise your right hand to be sworn. Yes, sir.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Inspector Ray.
Yes, ma'am. Inspector Ray for 2309496 PSD. At this time, all three structures on the property is still in a state of disrepair and deterioration. No repairs has been conducted on structures to abate the property. So at this time, I recommend that we proceed with the demo process.
All right. Sir, can you step up and give me your name?
Update on that structure. First of all, let me thank God, His Son, and the Holy Spirit for answering my prayer. And that is the pastor of the Pleasant Grove Baptist Church has agreed to buy the property.
Okay.
I got a good friend of mine by the name of Rick Bell has been handling the sale of this property for me. And he texted me early this morning before getting here. I told him I need to have an answer, yes or no. This morning, and he said, the pastor said, yes, he wanted to buy the property. They had a trustee meeting scheduled for yesterday.
Okay.
However, due to a cancellation for some unforeseen circumstance, they rescheduled it for this coming Sunday.
Okay.
But the pastor will meet with his trustees.
Okay.
And I will get the particulars or specifics in relation to that. And I also mentioned to Rick Bell that we should make the pastor an offer he couldn't refuse.
Okay.
And that was at the minimum cost to get the property sold. And if that failed, which I don't think it will, by any imagination, that my mother, as a little girl, was a member of that church, and late mother, I should say. And as a senior citizen of that church, they voted her as the mother of that church. So as a last resort, I would donate the property in honor
to her
and memory of my mother.
Okay.
So it is a done deal as far as the sale or donation of this property. As a matter, I'd like to make one other correction. I did call Inspector Ray 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
And I explained to him that, gave him an update, that I was in the process of still trying to sell the property. And that I had talked with some people that buy houses, individual person who buy houses, and Pleasant Grove Baptist Church pastor. I gave him an update on that. And I told him at the last resort, I would donate that property to the city. So I'm shocked that he didn't mention that. So that's where we're at this point.
Okay. Okay, so I believe what you're saying about the sale. Do you know if the church plans to keep that structure up or if they want to just demolish it and keep the land?
My understanding is that the two-story structure in the back, it really needs to be demolished.
Okay.
The other two all can be repaired.
Okay.
They are not in a demolition state. They can be repaired, the first two on the front. But the one in the back, it definitely needs to come down.
All right, so what we're going to do is selling the property, as I said to someone earlier, doesn't fix the problem that I have to deal with, but it does make the person that I have to deal with someone that's not you, right? And I don't want to sign an order that's going to mess up the sale of your property. So I believe you when you say that it's pretty much a done deal. It sounds like y'all got to work out some particulars. I will reset this in March because that's my next date and I want that to be on mine. I would like to see, I would like for you to keep Inspector Ray updated on who owns it, if the sale goes through, all of that kind of stuff, so that we can make sure that we're in good contact with
Be happy to.
with the church and all that. All right, so for now, the next court date will be March 13th. If you're still the owner at that time, you need to be here, to explain what's going on. I'm not going to give any extensions after that. But considering that, you're trying to sell it and all that, I think it's moved relatively quickly. So I'll give you a little bit more time to get the sale finalized, okay?
Thank you so very much, Your Honor. Thank you so very, very much.
You're welcome. We'll see you back on March 13th, unless you've sold it by then, in which case we won't see you back.
Thank you again.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. I haven't called up number 6 yet, have I? That was on 1343, Ockley. We do need to, okay. All right, the next matter we'll call on our docket is number 6, which is 2402103 PSD regarding 1349 Ockley Street. All right, Inspector Graham, what's the update on this one?
Excuse me. Inspector Graham, violation number 2402103 PSD, demolition, 1349 Ockley Drive. Initially written up back in February 24. Subsequent inspections was July, August, and November 24th of 24. When they were last here, we asked them to install the doors and completely finish putting in the windows to secure the structure. That has been done. As of yesterday, all the doors are in and all new windows have been in and trimmed out.
Okay.
As far as the interior of the structure, it's still in the same condition. It was gutted to be repaired.
Okay.
But as of yesterday, it was secured. All the doors are in and all the windows are in, and it has a new roof. I would like to see the exterior repairs made, completed before we close it, but we can't just close it if you would like and monitor the completion of it.
I think let's close it and monitor it.
We will do that.
If it's secure from the exterior, then I'm okay with closing it. Let's do that, and then just monitor it. If we have to bring it back, we'll get it back on a docket. But let's go ahead and close it out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. 12? Yeah, okay. Back on track. All right. Next matter we'll call is number 12 on our docket, which is 2404244 PSD regarding 634 Topeka Street.
I'm back. Okay, I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes, on record for 2404244 PSD 634 Topeka Street. Your Honor, we were in court and this was continued. The owner was supposed to come and all we asked for him to do was to finish putting in the side panels and the windows for the house, which nothing has been done at all.
All right.
It still looks the same way as it did the last time.
Okay.
I started this inspection in April 12th of 24. And it's had follow-up inspections throughout, and it still looks the same. And my thing is that it's not such a dilapidated structure that I need to demolish it, but I would really like to put a fine on the homeowner until they can finish it up. I mean, it just needs siding and windows. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd hate to tear down a
I'd
structure
hate to
just
tear
for
it
that.
down.
Right.
But I figured we add a fine to it, maybe he would move a little bit more swiftly.
Sure. So let's on number 12. I will note the original inspection of this matter was on April 12th of 2024 with several subsequent inspections. There was Mr. Wright was present in court November 14th of last year when we reset it to today's hearing. I'm not certain that he got notice in the mail, but he did get notice in person here to be back, which is frankly even better than notice by mail. And it does appear that nothing's been done since then. I agree with property standards that it's not in such disrepair that it should be demolished, but we do need to light a fire under Mr. Wright. So I will sign an order for a fine of $100. I think that's as much as I can do.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
and let's reset it for March also, because if that fine has not been paid and progress has not been made, then I'm going to add a daily fine.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we'll come back in March on that one. All right. Next up will be number 13, 2405606 PSG regarding 3041 Sanford.
I'm Inspector Lisa Hayes on record for 2405606 PSG 3041 Sanford Avenue, and it's still in the same. The owners had somewhat did some work on it before, but it's not completely cleaned up, and now there's a homeless tent there with a gentleman there that's still there. I just need to have an order to go ahead and just finishing cleaning the entire property.
Okay, I will just issue an order to clean that property. Yeah, I'll just issue an order to clean the property.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to do a fine on that one.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure why I'm feeling so nice about it. All right. Next will be 20. You're welcome. Thank you. 21 2206587 PSG regarding 7704 Gideon Street.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jeffrey Bro. The violation number is 2206587 PSG.
All right.
Well, I know last time I came, you gave the a new contractor some more days, and nothing has been done. And
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I remember this now. Continue.
and nothing has been done. It still look the same. So we gonna move forward with the cleanup.
All right. So they have not done. Let's see.
I did
Was
talk
there
to the
not a
owner
PSD
yesterday.
Okay.
So I did talk to the owner yesterday.
What
He
did
said
he
it
have
was-
to say for himself?
He said he was snowed in, he couldn't make it, but I told him he had to worry about because he ain't do nothing. I'm gonna go move forward with the cleanup anyway. If he would have came.
All right. Okay. I ordered there was a PSD on this. The last time they were
Yes.
here, I ordered the demo. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And for the record, a Mr. Carter was here last time who was allegedly hired by Mr. Cockerham
Yes, ma'am.
to clean up the mess. And I did not want to cut him out of work, so I told him to go ahead. But you're telling me that that hasn't been done.
Nothing.
All right. So I will also note that Mr. Cockerham is not here, although he knew about it because he has called property standards. He claims he's stowed in. That's not for me to. I don't know. I do know that I issued a fine previously, which has not been paid, on both the PSG and the PSD, neither of which have been paid. And I specifically told Mr. Carter, I went back and watched this in reviewing my files to make sure that I was not incorrect. I specifically told Mr. Carter that he could let Mr. Cockerham know that I was going to fine him again if this wasn't fixed by today. So I'm going to make good on that. He's going to get fined again. Let me just look at some notes to make sure I've said everything I need to. Mr. Cockerham has apparently called property standards and made some claim that Mr. Carter's no longer taking his phone calls. I don't know. I don't know. I could ask Mr. Cockerham about that if he were here, but he's not. I found that a little hard to believe since Mr. Carter came here last time and took the brunt of the frustration on behalf of Mr. Cockerham. So all that said, I'm going to order the cleanup, and I'm going to add an additional $100 fine in addition to what I fined him last time.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for your work on that.
All right, thank you.
All right, next up, we'll call number 27 on our docket, which is 2403196 PSD regarding 2710 Logan Street. All right, good morning again.
Yes, good morning, Yana. Inspector Ray for 2403196 PSD. Structure still is in a state of disrepair and deterioration, and no repairs has been conducted on structure to abate the property.
All right, I will note that in November, the case came before me. Mr. Kincaid was absent. And I asked for somebody to reach out to Mr. Kincaid to try to obtain an updated address. Has anybody been able to obtain an updated address? Did you have one? Oh, Mark Coons. Right. All right. Property Standards has followed up with Mr. Kincaid to try to get a different address, which he provided, and then proceeded to not go pick up his mail, or for whatever reason, the letter has been returned unclaimed, and no green card was provided. I will note, though, that Mr. Kincaid provided the address of 2710 Logan Street in Shreveport, Louisiana 71103 on his appeal form, which is when you fill out your appeal form and provide the address, that's really we're not required to hunt you down, right? Like, you provide the address and then that's where your stuff goes. He provided the address of a vacant home. It is the home that is the subject of all this. But either way, every method of attempting to, can you see if we have any notes on him? Has he called or anything? I just want to make sure that any notes on him. Okay. I don't ever want to do something without someone having notice, but let me just check. The notice that was sent to the address on Bert Coons so that they could not access the delivery location. All right. And Property Standards spoke with Mr. Kincaid on November 15th, who gave his new address, which is at Bert Coons. However, he doesn't accept his mail there, or whatever is happening, he's not accepting his mail. I think that every attempt that should reasonably be made for service has been made, and so I'm going to go ahead and order the demo of this property at 2710 Logan Street. All right, the next, and I would ask that the pictures be entered into the record. 28 on our docket, 2404265 PSD, 1705 Poland Street.
Yes, ma'am. Inspector Ray for 2404265 PSD. Structure has been demoed by the property owner, so at this time, I recommend that the violation be closed.
Perfect. We will close that out. All right. The next one is 2408390 PSD. That's number 30 on our docket. That's regarding 1956 Poland Street.
Yes, ma'am. Upon inspection yesterday, it appears that they started repairs on the property. But wood and let me see. Yes, they installed repairs on the property to abate the property.
You want to abate it? Or they've started
No,
to?
they started
Oh,
property
okay,
to
okay.
abate the property. So I give them I recommend, I give them 60-day extension even though they're not here.
Okay. Have you had any contact with them?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. All right, I will note that an appeal, well, the original inspection in this matter was August 6th of 2024, with subsequent inspections taking place October 29th, 2024, and November 19th, 2024. The appeal form was dated 10/28/24 by a Ms. Harris, who provided an address on Uri Street. That is the address that we sent a summons to. She is not here. It is unclear whether she actually got served. So because of that, and because of the fact that it is appearing to make some progress, I will give some additional time on that. We will attempt to get her served again for the March date. So March 13th.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that everything? Does anybody else have anything that I have not called up yet? All right, y'all. Thanks, everybody. And that will close environmental court for today. All right.